the green zone. Heya Firebirds, ready for another day? Take off in 3, 2, 1.
Attention Firebirds, this is your Captain Eunz speaking. Cornelia and I would like to thank you for joining us on today's flight. The complimentary entertainment is the Green Zone, which can be found on the screens in front of you. From the greenery of my home to the vast mysteries of the great outdoors, there's so much in this natural world to explore. And if you have something green to share, let me know in the comments below.
Hello everyone, welcome back or welcome to the HeyEunziverse. I'll be taking you on a quick tour of the roses that weren't in bloom during my first rose tour, which I'll link in the description below. There are 7 that I'll be presenting today, starting with the Don Juan. It's a climbing rose and the blooms are a stunning deeper red. It's a fairly prolific bloomer, so it's definitely a good one to display in your garden. I'm not the biggest fan of the shape of the flower, but that's a minor point for me since I like the look of the bush as a whole. Next up is this orange no ID rose in my front yard. It comes in a rich orange color with dark orangey red edges, then shifts to a yellow with hot pink edges before finally fading to a pale yellow with pale pink edges. The chameleon color changing aspect of it has great appeal for me, which led me to put in extra efforts during its rehab. The bush is slowly filling out, so I hope to have even more blooms during this summer. I wish I knew what variety this is. The closest comparison I have found is the Fiesta Veranda or Veranda Fiesta, but I don't know if that variety also shifts in color this dramatically as the bloom ages. Third in line is Gold Glow, a lovely classic buttercup yellow rose with a very interesting shape as the bloom ages. It's always a pleasant surprise when I see the flower buds come up. Of all the roses my family and I planted this past year, this one seems to be thriving the least. But it's also not declining, so hopefully it's just a late bloomer, no pun intended. Fourth is this lavender rose. Totally joking, it's obviously very pink. But I say lavender because that's what it was supposed to be when my mom and I bought this from Sam's Club. It was a bare root stalk, so you don't really know what the flowers look like until they bloom, and clearly this one was mislabeled. But all good, it actually worked out really well because we already had another pink rose on the other side of this planter, so now they balance each other out. Fifth, which is probably the most exciting out of these updates, is this beautiful peachy pink no ID rose. This was a rose that was declining for a long time, largely due to the fact that the sprinklers barely reached the spot it's in. But after lots of TLC, it bloomed quite a bit this past summer. As far as I can remember, it's the first time I've ever seen a bloom on it since we've moved into this house like 14 years ago, so it was a huge deal for me. Clearly, because I filmed it a lot and took about 1,000 photos. I'm guessing that it's a Tiffany hybrid tea rose because that one is as close as I could find. But whatever the variety may be, it's got a special place in my heart and I can't wait for it to bloom again. 6th is the other very pink no ID rose in the front yard. The blooms are huge and fades to this sort of tie-dye light pink, hot pink look. Last but certainly not least, this cute sweet sunblaze rose. It's a miniature rose that has the most adorable blooms. It starts out in a tight rosette, but as the flower ages, it completely opens up to expose the center. I'm typically not a fan of open center flowers, but it's cute, so I give it a pass. I hope to add a few more roses to our collection, but maybe not this year. We'll see. I hope you enjoyed revisiting some of these roses that we didn't get to see before, and if you have any guesses about the no IDs, let me know in the comments below. I'd also love to know what varieties of roses you like and have in your gardens. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
As we come in for a landing, Cornelia and I hope you had as much fun as we did on today's adventure. Until next launch, let's stay connected.